member now, Calgary-Greenway.
Mr. Speaker, in early February, a 60-year-old woman was viciously attacked at the Elk Island Youth Ranch. The beating took place at 11 p.m. and the RCMP were not called until 1 a.m. Understandably, the minister was unable to answer critically important questions about the incident immediately after it occurred. But it's been a month now. To the minister, was there a delay in emergency response because she was working alone that night?
I'm not exactly sure where this line of questioning is going. It could be a sub judice issue, so I would seek the guidance of the government as to how they may choose to answer this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and out of respect for that, I'll just say that I respect the personal sacrifice of our frontline workers that undertake to support and protect others. But absolutely, we all understand that that sacrifice should never mean that people are not supported to do their job safely. And so certainly we've been working with the facility to ensure the safety of both the staff and the residents of that. As an independent contracted service provider, certainly Elk Island Youth Ranch is in the best position to speak to specifics. However, Mr. Speaker, we continue to ensure the safety and well-being of both the staff and residents.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I think it's first supplementary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that just days before the attack, the judge presiding over a fatality inquiry for the murder of a care worker in Camrose released 7 recommendations, and given that Premier indicated this government planned to act quickly to hold itself accountable for recommendations from fatality inquiries. To the Minister, what have you done since February 1st regarding these recommendations?
Good question.
Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and to the member for the question. Of course, we watch with interest the recommendations that came out from that particular fatality inquiry. We are aware that one such recommendation was that the government begin tracking such recommendations. The reason for that, Mr. Speaker, was that under the former government, they had never been tracked. So we have committed to come up with a system to do that tracking, to increase transparency, and Mr. Speaker, that's what we're going to do.
Second supplementary.
I'm talking about the recommendation released on February 1st, Minister, not the previous government. Given that 2 youth in care at the centre have been charged with attempted murder, and given that one of them since pleaded guilty to assaulting other workers in the months leading up to this attack, and given that ensuring workers know the histories of those in their care is a fatality report recommendation, again to the Minister, was the care worker aware of the youth's history of violence, and was she trained to deal with it?
Good question.
Good question. Could I just wait just a moment, Honourable Minister? I'm sorry. Please proceed, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Certainly in response to this terrible event, our government has been working with the facility. We put conditional status on their license so that we would have oversight in their day-to-day decisions, and there are a number of investigations and reviews currently underway. Occupational Health and Safety, the RCMP, Children's Services is reviewing policy and licensing requirements and accreditation, and we will certainly be acting quickly on any findings because, as I stated, our government believes no one's life and safety should be put unnecessarily at risk when they go to work, and we're committed to taking a closer look at how we support safety for contract service provider staff.